This is GTV, the leader of the pack. On May 22, 1980, Pac-Man debuted for the very first time, as a single arcade cabinet was made available for a test play in Tokyo, Japan. And yeah, I know they called it Pac-Man at the time. Upon proper release near the end of 1980, Pac-Man would become the most popular video game of all time, and the first to get a TV show, clothing, cereal, a hit record, and all kinds of other cool stuff. 40 years later, and Packy is still alive and kicking. In fact, new versions of the original classic arcade Pac-Man still appear every now and then. The latest one is called Pac-Man Mini. And no, it's not those god-awful arcade one-up cabinets every backbencher on YouTube is shilling. It's a cute mini-game that you can play for free online, for the time being anyways. I'll show you how with a special code that unlocks the full game. Well, as full as a mini-game can be. Stay here for a limited time only special event. As part of a cross-promotion with Japanese candy maker Morinaga, Bandai Namco has developed a special update of the original 1980 Pac-Man called Morinaga Pac-Man Mini, first appearing online March 9th, 2020. The game is designed to promote the candies Haichu Mini and Caramel Mini. One box only costs 100 yen. Haichu and Caramel Mini pieces are half the size of standard Haichu, and so you're encouraged to put two pieces in your mouth at the same time. The box of Haichu Mini has 4 different flavors, though through different combinations, 16 flavors can be enjoyed. For example, soda and strawberry can be combined to make yogurt. Cola and melon can be combined to make ramune, and so on. There's a handy guide on the back of the box and the Morinaga Pac-Man Mini website. There are 2 versions of the game, one for free and one paid. The free version is a simple one-stage Pac-Man with a unique board that has some maze borders spelling out Mini. It works on a computer or a phone. On the computer version, you have to use the arrow keys. On your phone, you just use your finger anywhere on the screen to move. It's probably easier. You will randomly be assigned the Haichu or Caramel version, and the associated packaging serves as the ghost house. The game plays the same. I mean, it's Pac-Man. What do I need to tell you? However, the one difference is that the ghosts and power pellets are the 4 flavors you'll find in a box of Haichu or Caramel Mini. When Pac-Man eats a power pellet, the ghosts change into different shapes that would be the flavors you'd experience while eating a box of said candy. When you eat a ghost, a little message pops up explaining what the flavor is and the candy combination that got you that flavor. You get 3 lives and the game lasts just 1 stage. Despite that, the scoreboard allows for a score of up to 10 billion points. The best I could do was 10,530, which is the score I got after eating 4 ghosts for each power pellet, or all 16 flavors in total. So I guess that's the perfect score. When you finish the stage, you're presented with a tally of how many ghosts you've eaten. Yeah, the pop-up when you eat one is pretty annoying, but the different flavored ghosts are very cute. Then there's the pay version. And no, the pop-up doesn't go away if you pay. So how do you pay? Well, you just have to input the last 3 numbers of the UPC code to any variety of Haichu Mini and Caramel Mini. Since you likely can't run right out and get this, unless you live in Japan, a code that you can use is 166 and 001. It's a secret to everybody. This version is pretty unique as there are 2 mazes Pac-Man must move through. You can clear all the pellets on one maze and move through the tunnel to the other, or go back and forth as you like. One maze is the Haichu Mini flavors, and the other is Caramel Mini. You get 3 lives and there's only 1 stage. Once you clear it, it's game over. But hey, it's a mini promo game, so it's not expected to go on forever. The final part of the promotion is that a select few will win custom Pac-Man quo cards and reversible pillows. Morinaga Pac-Man will be available online until May 29, 2020, after which the game will disappear forever. So go out and try it while you can, and celebrate Pac-Man hitting the big 4-0. This hasn't been the only time a short-lived browser Pac-Man existed. Back in 2018, you could play Pritz Pac-Man, sponsored by Pretzel Snack Pritz, spelled like Pretz. In that game, Pac-Man could munch on crunchy pretzel sticks, and your high score was then shared with the world. All it took was 1 code from a Pritz pack, which only cost 100 yen, just like Haichu Mini. Wait a minute. Back in 1980, one game of Pac-Man cost 100 yen, and today one game of Pac-Man still costs 100 yen. I guess some things just never change.